My next guest, Jessica Scher, found love where she least expected it, more than a decade after she used an anonymous sperm donor to help her have a baby. Not only did she end up meeting him, but she fell in love with him. Like I said, it's complicated. Take a look.
In 2004, I got happily married to my wife in Vancouver on the beach, and we decided to start trying to get pregnant right away. We decided to use a sperm bank that shipped right to your home. We picked someone out who seemed well-rounded and who seemed smart. It took us 7 months to get pregnant, and when Alice was born, we were over the moon. It was our first child. She was perfect. She came out with this just dimple right there, so happy. When Alice was 3, our marriage ended. As she got older, she started to wonder about her ancestors. And Alice got a DNA test kit from her grandma for Christmas, and she was 11. A few weeks later, we got the email that our results were in, and I clicked on it, and the very first thing that comes up is Aaron Long sharing 50% of your genes, father. It was a couple months after we got the DNA test results that we were planning to come out for the summer and meet him for the first time. I was not expecting to develop feelings for him at all, but, I fell in love with my sperm donor.
Oh, my gosh. Jessica Scher joins us now from Vashon Island, Washington. Jessica, thank you so much for being here. Oh, my God. So many questions. First of all, that Alice's grandmother gave her a DNA test as a gift is awesome. I just think things you don't expect grandmas to give. But you took the test. When that came back, Aaron Long, 50% match. Take me to that moment. I imagine it's a rush of adrenaline and all kinds of emotions.
That was terrifying, and it was so surprising because I didn't think about how big that database was going to be. I really thought that when we looked at DNA relatives, there'd be, a couple of third cousins or something, that it would not say, 50% father, just right there on top.
Well, there are a lot of Aaron Longs in the world. I imagine it's a pretty common name. Even though it said 50% match, and the photo popped up, were you convinced the moment you saw the picture that this is him?
He had no photo.
Oh, he had no photo. So you just get the number?
I got nothing. I got Aaron Long, and it was up to me to Google, and I thought, I can do this. I had a basic idea of when he had a master's degree, and yet he was still young enough to donate, and where the sperm bank was located, so where he might be located. And I used my mad Google skills, and I found him on LinkedIn, and Aaron Long, that I thought was a prime candidate. And I found his Facebook for that Aaron Long, and he had all of his school pictures, K to 12. And when you see the first grade version of this Aaron Long, there was no question in my mind. It was like, I have goosebumps now. It was.
Oh, wow.
There was no way it could have been anyone else.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so you see, this is oh, wow, we showed it. Can we see that again? This is the side-by-side of them together. Oh, my gosh. So you see there the resemblance. You get in contact with Aaron. You connect somehow. And then, as I understand, he wrote you a 50-page version of his life story.
Yeah. I thought that was so sweet.
That is sweet.
He'd been on the DNA test site a couple of months, and he obviously knew that he'd donated sperm when he was young. And he just wanted his offspring to have, as much information as they wanted about him. And so, he sent it by email, and I printed it out 'cause it's so long, and, read it to Alice one night. And, it was something that we really shared and got to know him. And, I made her write her own back to him.
Oh. Coming up, Alice finally meets Aaron. They have a party, and Aaron starts to flirt. When love gets complicated, Aaron joins us after the break. Welcome back, Camp Fam. Today we are talking with people who say love is complicated and their journey is a complicated one to share. Jessica Scher. I love that her name is Jessica Scher. She's sharing with us her unconventional love story, how she ended up falling in love with a man who was the anonymous sperm donor to help her bring a child into this world. As fate would have it, they met years later, and their journey is absolutely fascinating. And joining us now is Aaron Long, the man we've been talking about. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us. I love this story for so many reasons, but Jessica told us the backstory, how Alice got the DNA test and it led to you. When you met for the first time, you started to flirt with Jessica?
There'd been a little flirting before that. We spent, several months chatting online with each other before we met in person. But it was definitely exciting to finally see her in person. And we got along so well right away. It was hard not to flirt with her. Look how cute she is.
So many things going on. I mean, you are getting to know Alice, your daughter. You are explaining Jessica to her journey and all of these beautiful layers of family, but somehow love creeped in. Jessica, how do you explain it?
Well, I think I tell people that when you get together and you're dating and you're falling in love and you're in that process of sort of figuring, each other out, and if you have a future with this person, there comes a time when you think, oh my God, let's have little us's and they'll look like us, and you picture your future family. And we had done that in reverse already.
Yeah.
And so it was really interesting when I first met him. He has all these gestures and these expressions of the people that I love the most in my life.
Aww.
And so I really felt comfortable with him. I felt like he was already someone that I already knew and, didn't love, but had a connection with.
Wow. So Aaron, though, she was dating someone named Aaron?
She was dating someone with both my first and middle name. She was dating an Aaron David blank.
And so, Jessica, let me tell you, you're busy. Listen, so how did you eliminate the other Aaron?
The other Aaron was actually on the outs at the time already,
Okay.
but I had very, sort of politely said to this Aaron, I'm already dating someone, and we're very happy. And in the process of meeting him, kind of had to come to the conclusion that there was something here, and there was something here worth pursuing.
Yeah.
And I broke up with her.
What did Alice say about all of this, your daughter?
Alice is like so Gen Z flippant about it. She thinks it's great. She thinks it's my relationship. She doesn't really see Aaron as a father. She was 11, 12 when we met. She sees him as a cool guy, and she was like, ugh, okay, Mom, no big deal.
No big deal. She's a cool kid. Aaron, when you look at life and you think about that moment, you went in and you were an anonymous sperm donor, and that it's nothing short of a miracle that you're all brought together and that you fall in love. How do you explain it?
There's no way to explain it. When I donated sperm, DNA technology didn't really exist for finding genetic matches, so I had no expectation of anything happening. When people would ask me if I thought I might find my kids someday, the answer was no, it wasn't possible. But when it happened, it began to feel a little bit like a fairy tale, like just one thing led to another. The whole Aaron David thing, I told Jess that there had been this mix-up at the Bureau of Boyfriends, and they finally sent her the right one.
Wow. Well, congratulations on finding love in each other in one of the most unconventional ways that I've ever heard. Give Alice our best. And thank you, Jessica and Aaron. Good luck on your journey together.